In today's video, I'm going to transform these weak, broken nails into this really strong and supported and cute double rainbow manicure. So these are the nails that we're starting with. There's no product on them. She told me they were feeling a little bit weak and bendy, and also you can see some of the free edges are either missing or breaking. So we'll fix all of that up, and I'll be using some hard gel and soft gel, which is one of my favorite techniques. But first we have to do nail prep. So I'm starting with pushing back her cuticles. She has kind of like sticky cuticles, like the skin just really sticks to the nail plate. So I'm just gently lifting this up before I start using my e-file bit, because if you don't lift it up, the e-file bit will over process on the nails and the skin, and it can just be a bad combination. So this ensures that the skin and cuticles are pushed back a little bit before we start using the bit, so that the bit can do all the work that we need it to do without causing any damage. This tool is actually double-sided, so it has this little loop end on it that I like to use very, very gently on the nail plate to just scrape off any cuticle that is dry and sticking to the nail. Cuticle is technically dead skin cells that are growing up onto the nail, and if we leave it on when we do a gel manicure and it starts to lift off, it can make the gel lift off too, so we want to make sure to remove it. This new diamond flame bit is one of my favorite e-file bits that I think I've ever used. It's new from Erica's ATA, and it's called the long flame bit, and I really love using it because it's big and efficient. It also has kind of like a wider belly that I love using on the actual skin around the nails. You know where your nail free edge starts to grow, kind of like the corner of that where it starts to touch the skin near the top of your nail? It can feel kind of rough. This is the magic bit that can just file away that rough skin, and it's the best. It leaves your skin so smooth. After that bit lifts up all the dead skin around the nails, I just clip off anything that is really dry and ready to come off. And I also really like using another like polishing bit around the skin just to make sure that there aren't any like kind of scraggly bits of skin. It'll just smooth everything out so that the skin is really nice and smooth and polished, and there's no dry bits left behind. So her nails have famously had a hard time keeping gel on, and this combo has been such a game changer. It's the dehydrator and bonder from Kinetics. The dehydrator just dries out the nails to make sure that there's no oils left behind, because oil is the enemy of gel. And then the bonder is a primer that acts like a double-sided piece of tape. Basically, it sticks really well to the nail, and then it helps the gel that we're going to put on top stick even better too. And those products just air dry, so it's just a quick step that I added to the routine. It doesn't even take that much more time, which I really love and appreciate, and it actually works so well, and it has made such a big difference. Next, I'm using base gel, and I did the Kinetics Max Base, which also just has worked so well on her. It's really great for any type of nails, but especially people who struggle to have good gel retention. Now that this layer is done and cured, I can move on to hard gel restoration using Jelly Gel. With this product, I'm going to restore some of the free edges and fix some of the corners that are missing, and then also add some length because some of her free edge is literally broken, and we just want to make everything look nice and uniform. I'm so obsessed with this process. I think it just makes such a big difference, and her nails have grown so much. I did this almost 2 months ago, and the difference between the way her nails looked when she first came to me versus how they look now is seriously night and day. They have grown so much, and the free edge is so strong, and there's a lot of length now. And this process will kind of reinforce the edge of her nails, which will help with the builder gel layer, because a strong free edge really helps with builder gel retention. Also, this exact process that I'm doing on her, and then I have been doing on her for these past couple of months, that have helped her nails so much. I'll be teaching this process and a lot more in my new Kinetics certification class. It's enrolling right now, and all the information that you need will be available in the description below. For her builder gel overlay, I'm actually using a soft gel, and I really love the combination of the hard and soft gels. I think it just works really well for the state of her nails. And this one specifically is the fiber-based gel, and it has little tiny nylon fibers in it. It's formulated for soft, delicate, bendy nails like hers, so that's why I think it's just such a great option. I always shape and do any refining after I've applied builder gel because the strength that it gives the nails just makes it so much easier to do it at this point. Also, all of her nails have a free edge now. I did extend some of the length, so I want to just even everything out to make sure that they all look uniform. And now that her nails are all restored and strong, we can move on to nail art, which is the most fun part. And this is one of my favorite looks that I've probably ever done. It's so pretty and I love the double rainbows. So the first rainbow comes from this magnet gel, which is the Unicorn Candy Magnet in Clear from Cocoist. So this is a clear base gel and it has like champagne gold magnetic particles in it and also holographic rainbow particles. When you activate it with the magnet, you start to lift all of those up and start to see the reflective shift. It's kind of hard to see the holographic rainbow in my studio lighting here, but I promise you it's there and you'll see it more at the end too. You can kind of see it in the brush here too. It's just such a beautiful color, and in real life it's so like vibrant and sparkly and gorgeous. This collection is one of my favorite collections that Cocoist has come out with recently. It's stunning and I've used almost every color from it so far and they're all amazing. And here's how I do the magnet. So after I've painted on a nice even layer, I like to just kind of wave the magnet from side to side on the right side and the left side just to start to wake up the particles, and then I'll kind of wave it around the tip of the nail kind of in a U shape. And then I like to use the magnet at the tip of the nail and kind of raise it up and down, and that motion will help bring the magnetic particles closer to the tip and kind of illuminate them a little bit differently than you'll get with that like waving side to side motion. I generally just go for a look where it's like fully saturated magnet and I just try to make it look as bright as possible, and then I'll just flash cure it as quickly as possible so that they don't turn back down. Now for the second part of the rainbow, I'm using all of these potted gels from Cocoist. These are all super sheer, and since they're all from like the same collection, I just find that they blended together so well. So I'm just adding like a little dot of the gel in rainbow order. So starting with the red, and I actually didn't have an orange, so I just did yellow, and then once you blend them together, obviously you'll get orange. And I tried to kind of differentiate where I put the colors so that each nail looked a little bit different, and I just did literally, you can tell, like a small blob. These gel polishes are very pigmented even though they are jelly and sheer, so a little bit goes a long way, and you can always add more, but I just wanted to keep it very thin so that her nails weren't like bulky and uneven, because especially when you're adding extra colors and layers, the nails can get a little bit bumpy very quickly and things can get out of hand. So very thin layers of this make a very big difference. So once I added all of the colors, I cleaned off my brush with my brush cleaning gel, and I'll have everything linked below that I used as well. And I just very lightly went over the colors and started blending them. I'm using a very light touch here and just kind of smooshing them together. I'm not trying to diffuse the color too much because, as you can see, it's very sheer, so it does kind of fade away, but I really like how it just has like a very subtle rainbow look after you kind of blend them. As I was blending, if any of the colors disappeared too much, I would just pick up a little bit more and kind of add it back onto the nail. I really like how blended and subtle everything looks at this point, but some of the colors did kind of disappear as they were being blended, so it was very easy to just add a little bit more back onto the brush and then keep going. All right, last polish step is top coat. I really love the Cocoist Totally Glossy Top Coat. This is their new HEMA and TPO free version of their top coat. It's a thicker viscosity and I love it for this specific look because all of that blending was just like a lot of brush strokes, so this will completely cover those and make the nails totally smooth. When I'm done with top coat, I like to do one last finish file. This only takes a couple of seconds per nail. I'm just making sure that there isn't any natural nail sticking out, and also just touching up the shape because sometimes when you add all those layers of gel, it can kind of mess things up. Okay, here's the final look. I'm obsessed with how this came together. I think that the rainbow looks so beautiful and subtle. Here with the flash on, I think you can really see the rainbow reflect with the holographic glitter particles. They're just so pretty. Also, take a second to notice how all of her nails now are the same length and the free edges look nice and strong and supported. And even though there's a bunch of layers of gel and kind of a lot going on with this manicure, her nails look nice and thin and strong still. And they're not like bulky bubbles, which can happen when you're working on very short nails like this. I think they look nice and natural, and I just love how this turned out. It's so cute. And here's another look at the before with her kind of uneven length and some of the broken nails, and also the after. They just look so much more uniform and even. And this really set her off on a great start for growing her nails and making them a lot stronger too. Okay, everything that I use will be linked down below in the description. And also, if you want to learn more about my Kinetics certification class, everything you need to know will be down below in there for you as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.